guys, I did want to...
Do you know anything about DraftKings?
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to do it right now. Because DraftKings has terminated its offer and the talks that were taking place to acquire Entain. If you recall, this is a story we first broke back in, what was it, September 21st, I think? It was certainly around there. They increased their offer. It was 28 pounds. Most of it was made up of DraftKings stock. I think we were talking, 22 of the 28 or so pounds was made up in DraftKings stock. At least that's what we knew publicly. Where it went from there, unclear, but not enough. And I certainly there was always a thought that as high a price as that was, and don't forget, this is a company that earlier this year, MGM offered roughly 13 pounds to buy. They rejected that. But as high a price as it was, the fact that much of it was made up in DraftKings stock, Jim, certainly seemed to have given Entain some pause. Control issues around that, perhaps also. You can see DraftKings stock had suffered a bit. It is up today, and Entain, as anticipated, of course, given there is no bid any longer, is down. I want to keep an eye on MGM, too, because it was a potential beneficiary, remember, of their BetMGM partnership with Entain. Right. If that had to change hands and they were able to gain control at MGM, they certainly might have benefited from that as well. But that story that we first brought you, they extended the deadline in October 12th. Entain extended the deadline again on October 19th. But here we are prior to the deadline expiring, which was November 16th. DraftKings says no mas.
Well, look, this is a customer acquisition game. And I think that Jason Robbins knows how to spend to get customers. Now, at a certain point, will the casinos have an edge simply because they've been set up for betting? David, I don't think so when it comes to DraftKings. Because I think DraftKings has decided, look, we're not going to lose this game. And Jason Robbins has a lot of firepower. He just got a lot more firepower. So gambling is huge. It's doing incredibly well. We're going state by state. It is not. A lot of people feel that the back end of gambling is overdone. And I happen to agree with that because I think there's a lot of companies that are supposed to help.
And maybe DraftKings and Robinhood should get together. Customer acquisition being a key part of both of them. And really, you're kind of doing the same thing.
When I interviewed Vlad Tenev, it made me feel like Activision Blizzard should get together because I presented the fact that when I happened to be with a young man who was 19. I said, why did you trade? And he goes, well, I graduated from Candy Crush to trading. I had not thought that was a feeder. In the meantime, I thought that Vlad did a good job. But there's heavy short position because there's a big lockup. But it is a little, when you speak with youth, which I speak to.
You speak to the youth?
Yeah, well, it is amazing to hear a guy just literally say Candy Crush is the gateway to Robinhood. I was hoping Candy Crush could be the gateway to DraftKings.
I wouldn't have anticipated that. Yeah.
So as Candy Crush isn't a gateway to Canopy.
No, that was a good exchange with you and Vlad about Candy Crush.
Yeah, look, Vlad is very real. I think he's gotten better and better. By the way, the SEC likes the idea that they should.
Vlad Tenev, of course, CEO of Robinhood, which is going to also report. Right?
No, they're doing okay. Yeah, but
tonight.
Yeah,
I
think
tonight,
that
right?
Along with Twitter and Microsoft.
And people genuinely believe that there's a lot of stock for sale. There'll be the lockups coming, but you don't need to own it today.